Baby, buckle up, because Sean Diddy Combs is about to put on the performance of his life, and this time, it's not at the Grammys. No, ma'am. It's inside a cold, stiff Manhattan courtroom where the stakes are decades behind bars. And Diddy, he's rolling the dice hard. When Diddy strolled into that courtroom on April 25, 2025, he wasn't just bringing his legal team. He brought a whole lifestyle with him. His lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, straight up told the judge that the swinger lifestyle was common. And baby, you better believe that's the hill they are willing to die on, because according to Diddy's camp, the wild freak-offs, those drug-fueled days-long sexual marathons the feds are calling sex trafficking, yeah, they say that was just part of being a swinger, just consensual adult fun. Yes, really. Federal prosecutor Madison Smizer dropped the bombshell that a plea offer had been extended and that Diddy had rejected it. That's right, no deal, no compromise. Diddy is ready to roll those dice in front of a jury. And y'all, that courtroom went ice cold. Diddy's lawyer was fighting hard to sell the narrative that, hey, this wasn't crime, it was culture. Agnifilo said it's relevant to the defendant's intent that there's a lifestyle called swingers, call it whatever you will, that he was in that he might have thought was appropriate. The idea that Diddy wasn't plotting crimes, he was living a common alternative lifestyle. Meanwhile, another prosecutor, Maureen Comey, wasn't having it. He practically begged the judge to keep Diddy's defense from dragging in the names of other famous people who also allegedly hired escorts, trying to paint Diddy's actions as normal. Agnifilo promised they wouldn't, but you know the shade is coming. The courtroom battle lines are drawn. Jury selection is locked from May 5th with opening statements scheduled for May 12th. This trial, honey, it's about to be 8 to 10 weeks of pure, messy, headline-grabbing chaos. And this isn't just about Diddy's public image. It's about whether he's going to spend the rest of his life behind bars. Let's talk about the staggering number of lawsuits piled up against Diddy, over 63. Typo. That's not a typo. 63 different accusations spanning decades. We're talking allegations of sexual misconduct, harassment, sex trafficking, and some claims involving victims as young as 10 years old. Some of the biggest bombshells come from his ex-girlfriend, singer Cassie Ventura, and a former Bad Boy Records business partner, Kirk Burroughs. And prosecutors? They're about to air all of Diddy's dirty laundry. Wait. In fact, one of the biggest pieces of evidence making the rounds is a 2016 surveillance video, and it's bad. It reportedly shows Diddy assaulting Cassie Ventura inside a Los Angeles hotel hallway. The video is grainy, but it's enough. Despite Diddy's lawyers arguing that the footage was manipulated, Judge Arun Subramanian ruled that it's getting shown to the jury. And baby, once the jury sees that, the defense's swinger lifestyle narrative might be dead in the water. Prosecutors are painting a dark picture. They claim Diddy wasn't just a superstar partying with friends. They say he used threats of violence, financial leverage, and manipulation to force women into these so-called freak-offs. And the description of these freak-offs? Imagine days-long, drug-fueled events where participants weren't just encouraged, they were pressured, threatened, and sometimes recorded without their consent. Yeah, not sounding so consensual now, is it? And you better believe the feds came prepared. Prosecutors say jurors will be shown actual videos of these encounters. Videos where Combs allegedly masturbated while filming women being assaulted. It's so graphic, prosecutors are fighting to seal the footage from public release to protect the identities of the victims. You know it's bad when the government is like, let's not traumatize the entire country. Meanwhile, behind the cold bars of Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, Diddy has been sitting, stewing, and strategizing since September 2024. For a man who once called himself the King of New York, it's the ultimate fall from grace. And if the jury believes the feds, Sean Diddy Combs might spend decades locked away with his empire crumbling around him. The entire defense strategy is to hammer home this swinger lifestyle narrative. Look, they're basically saying, we're not criminals, we're just a little freaky. But prosecutors aren't playing. They're stacking up videos, survivor testimonies, and a decades-long pattern of coercion, violence, and manipulation. Diddy's lawyers know they're in a fight for his life, but honey, public sympathy, it's already slipping through his fingers. Social media is lighting up, dragging Diddy for hiding behind the swinger card and calling out the freak-off culture as nothing but predatory under a fancier label. Insiders close to the case are whispering that prosecutors plan to call some shocking witnesses, possibly former friends of Diddy who were part of his inner circle. And get this, there's talk that some of these witnesses might be celebrities themselves, people who saw, who knew, and who stayed quiet until now. If that's true, baby, Hollywood's about to shake. Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team is scrambling. Sources say that after rejecting the plea deal, Diddy is doubling down, pouring millions into a dream team of attorneys, private investigators, and crisis PR firms to save his empire. But PR isn't going to help when jurors start seeing videos. PR won't save you from a surveillance camera. PR won't erase testimony from victims who allegedly suffered for years while Diddy raked in Grammys and millions. Remember when Diddy ruled the world? Remember when he danced on yachts, popped bottles with billionaires, and hosted the parties of the century? Today, those memories feel like scenes from a different lifetime. The bad boy for life energy has been replaced by courtroom sketches and muted headlines of shame. And the swinger defense? It's looking less like a shield and more like a desperate last gasp. When the courtroom sketches drop on May 5th, expect the world to tune in. This isn't just a trial. It's the collapse of an empire built on platinum records, velvet ropes, and promises of invincibility. And it's playing out in real time, scene by devastating scene. Will the jury buy the swinger defense? Or will they see through it and hold the bad boy mogul accountable? Stay tuned, because this saga is just getting started, and baby, it's about to get even messier.